Hi guys, welcome back. I hope you've had a good week. You've probably been hearing a lot about everybody's January blues, those kind of post-Christmas slumps, when we've kind of got no money and the weather's a little bit miserable. To be fair, it snowed here yesterday, so that was quite exciting, but it's all disappeared now. There is literally not a trace of it left. But there are things and feelings and emotions that go a little bit deeper than just those January blues, those post-Christmas slumps. And for those who experience mental health issues, that can be a really, really difficult time in their lives. And I can actually say from personal experience, from depression and anxiety, that it is really, really difficult. And sometimes I think as church we've got a little bit better at talking about mental health and understanding it in our heads and what we should be doing, but I don't always feel like that's what plays out, that actually we don't necessarily offer the help or stretch out a helping hand or pour out the kind of love that Jesus would do. And actually in my experience and humble knowledge of what Jesus would do in all sorts of situations, he always stepped in and loved that person first, whether they were struggling with grief or difficult times in their life, difficult emotions, difficult situations. The first thing he did was he loved. And I think as Christians, that is what we are called to do. He didn't step in and say, cheer up, sort your life out, pull yourself together, claim the joy of the Lord as your strength. He didn't kind of do any of that, but he just came in and loved those people and tried to help them in any way that he could. And that's what I believe as Christians is kind of the best thing that we can do. If you're someone who wants to support someone with mental health, I've got some very humble 5 top tips from my own experience that I'm going to share with you right now. Take them as you will, you might agree or disagree with them. So here we go, the top 5 tips. Number 1, love them. Whatever happens, just love them. That's quite simple really, isn't it, that one? Number 2, you don't need to fix it. It's not really your place to fix it, and actually in trying to, sometimes that can make someone feel so much more broken and that they're not getting it right if they're not getting better just because you're doing certain things. So I'd say don't let it put you off stepping into a situation to love and help a person if you feel that you can't fix it all. That's not your job. And equally, I would say don't give up on somebody because you feel that you're not fixing the situation, because again, that's not your job. So yeah, don't try and fix it. It's not your job. Number 3, a big one that I hear quite a lot, don't try and over-spiritualise it. If you start saying phrases like you need to trust God more, or depend on God more, or rely on God more, or pray more, that suggests that that person isn't already doing that, and they might well be. I know that a lot of people that I know that struggle with mental health issues can have some of the most inspiring and strongest faith that I've ever seen. So actually it's nothing to do with their lack of faith, their lack of trust in God, their lack of dependence. Actually, they're quite inspiring that despite the circumstances, they have the faith that they do. And actually it can make someone feel like a bad Christian if you suggest that somehow there's something spiritual that they're not quite getting right. So please, 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 just stop saying that. Number 4, acts of kindness. Something that Mother Teresa said, very, very wise woman, is that we can't all do great things, but we can do small things with great love. And actually I found for myself and for other people that just stepping out and doing unexpected acts of random kindness to people to just show that you love them, that you're thinking of them, that just at unexpected times in very small ways, but thoughtful ways, that you love them and that they matter, can be just so, so powerful. So lots of love and just lots of thoughtfulness can be really, really good and really, really powerful. Number 5 is pray for them. No one loves or cares about them more than God does. But don't end up failing on number 2 again by saying, I'm praying for you so that God will fix it. Because actually, he might not immediately. And that can make someone feel worse about stuff as well. God can work through long-term stuff. He can work through doctors, he can work through medicine, nurses, counselling, people just being there, people being placed in your life to just love and to give you hope and to pick you up every morning to help you keep carrying on. God works through all of those things. He can work through miracles, he can work through just pouring out his love, but often it's a mixture of all kinds of things. And so it's important to be praying for that person, but maybe I would say pray for them. And if you really want to tell them that you're praying for them, maybe say something along the lines of, I'm praying for you because I know God loves you, because I know God cares about you, and because I know that every part of your life is important to him. Depression and anxiety is something that I've struggled with, as I said, myself. And actually, my heart and my passion really go into trying to help and support and fight for those people that have to go through this for whatever reason. It's something that's really, really, really difficult. It can be difficult with the extra pressure that you feel as a Christian to always be joyful and happy and together. And actually, you know, the Bible is littered with people that struggle with their feelings, with their situations, and actually God just loves them and helps them and is there for them. And it's something that really breaks my heart to see people feel that they have no value, that they have no worth or no purpose. I've seen in some of the people that I've met and the people that I've seen some of the rawest and yet some of those beautiful sides of humanity as people who are fighting their own battles and fighting for their own lives, who are fighting for the sake of others and are there for other people, even in some of the most desperate situations and difficult circumstances. So these are some of the people that inspire me most in my life, in my faith, in what it means to love, in what it means to live out your faith, whatever you're going through, to share hope and love with others. So I just want to encourage you, if you are someone who struggles with their mental health, that actually keep battling on. You are inspiring. You are needed on this earth. You're a soul that is individual and required and so precious and loved. And that's what I really, really hope that you can take away. I myself am a survivor and I get to help other people to keep going in my very humble experience, knowing that God loves them and that when I help someone, God is there with me helping them too. And so keep being strong, keep being a warrior. Hopefully one day it will get that little bit easier. I'll be praying for you that it will. And maybe one day we'll be survivors that will be helping other people to battle through what is such a difficult thing in life, knowing that to God we are all precious, we are all loved, we are all valuable, we are all needed here on this earth. So my prayers go out to you. Take care of yourself. Love you guys and see you soon.